Of course, during this process, and I'm building literally thousands of prototypes, there is a point where you want to give up because it just isn't working. One thing I learned from doing long distance running, which I have done all my life actually, but I used to race when I was younger, is there's a point in the race where you feel very tired and you want to stop or you want to slow down. And that's the point where everybody else stops or slows down. So the very moment when you want to slow down, you've got to speed up. And I always call it the sort of breakthrough moment, because probably historically other people have tried to do what you're trying to do. And if you give up when it appears that all is lost, you're just doing what they're doing, what they did. But if you carry on through what I call the pain barrier, you often surprise yourself and the success is just around the corner. So it's a sort of mixture of determination, not giving up, that's really, really important at the crucial point. And I built 5,127 prototypes of my first vacuum cleaner. And there are occasions along the way where I can say there was a serendipitous moment, but actually it only occurred because I was trying. I was building prototype after prototype after prototype, and something occurred which I hadn't expected, which made it work. And, it may well be, as in my case, which is that the retailers didn't want to sell my product when I produced it. It didn't have a bag. It didn't look like another vacuum cleaner. And they didn't want it. So I had to find a different way of selling it. Well, the other thing about inventing and producing something that's very different is that a lot of people won't understand it or will think it's going to fail because it's not like the existing product. And as a company or an individual inventing something, you just have to understand that that's going to happen all the time. The majority of people will tell you that what you're doing is a bad idea and they don't want it. But you've just got to have faith in it.
The Dyson has no bag, so you get 100% of the power 100% of the time.
There are things that you use every day that annoy you. So if you start thinking about them and thinking of a better way to solve it, that's one way of doing it. And sometimes you just come across the solution by accident. And sometimes you're developing one way of doing it and it doesn't work and you just hit upon another way of doing it. So there are many different ways and different people, but mainly through experimenting. And this is really important. When you first start, the idea you have is almost certainly the wrong one. But through countless failures, as you test each prototype, you get closer to making your idea work, or you diverge and you try something else and that works better. But you must go through this process of trying out ideas and failing many, many times as part of on the route to getting to the result. Well, I believe it's a fundamental human